which is the most profitable business between poultry farming and sheep farming in double breed in terms of startup capital, risk and challenges, daily management, and long-term growth. In terms of that, guys, about 100 people have been asking me this question, which is the most profitable between sheep farming in Dopa and poultry farming. So many people are asking me this question, and this question is so important, and you need to know, guys, especially if you are venturing in farming. You need to know the right investment to do if in terms if you want a long term and a short term. This is the video of the day. And guys, if you are my new subscriber, if you are my new viewer, consider subscribing. And guys, remember to watch my previous video. They are doing great. I appreciate, guys. Remember, if you have not watched the previous video that I'm shooting, don't miss, guys. Hey, remember to watch that video. Are so educative. Yep, so that's the thing. Let's go to the video. First thing we want to talk about in this comparison of poultry farming and sheep farming double period is that first thing, guys, is the startup capital. In this startup capital in poultry farming is much it's not even much higher, but it's much importance. It's higher because you need to build a house to start with the parts in depending with the day old parts and or mature part. You see, that's the thing. You need to buy a feed. You see, that's where expensive capital it comes in poultry. That's why it's expensive to start in poultry. To start with capital in poultry compared to sheep. That's because the feeds are so expensive. You need to buy the feeds, guys. You know you have to give them a chick mash from the start. Then after about 8 weeks, you should give them a crowers, and after that you can give them layers when they have started laying. You see, that's the thing. In terms of feeding, the feeding is so expensive for the poultry in terms of starting capital. You see, that's the thing. But when we go to sheep farming, double sheep, it's just a simple, just a small structure. Just before that, you need a land and a small structure for building, and then then now you start with a small amount of animal like 3. You see, two ewes and 1 ram. You see, that's the thing. You need a simple and a small capital to start with. That's how startup capital of poultry and feed and sheep is. You see, that's the thing. For the poultry is it's a bit expensive, but for the sheep farming is quite cheaper. You see, the second thing we need to talk in this comparison of poultry farming and sheep farming double breed is that daily management. Daily management of poultry, like for me, daily management of poultry is much higher compared to sheep farming. Literally, because literally for me, early in the morning, I normally come first to the farm and check the parts if they are okay. You see, early in the morning you come and check your parts if they are okay. Then you see the cleaning. You just clean your poultry house. You see, it depends to your floor, guys. Remember, you can just use your floor as straws. You can just use straws or sawdust. Depends. So if you are using the straws, is that you can just leave your floor. Depends the how it look. If it's so dirty, you can just remove it. But no, it normally takes about 4 to 5 days to be removed, to the straws to be removed. You see, but in the sawdust, for the sawdust, you can just early in the morning you have to roll the sawdust, the float of the sawdust. You see, so that the upper side, the upper side will just go to the down. You see, to prevent them from getting anemia. You see, the deep side of the sawdust will get anemia if you don't roll the sawdust. You see, that's the thing. So that's the daily routine of. And then after that, you can just feed them. You see, you need to feed them, and it depends. You don't need to go away. You see, a little bit you can just come and check the parts. You need to monitor. You see, that's the thing that you need to do in poultry. Daily monitoring. You don't just leave the parts from morning to evening. You see, that's the daily monitoring of your parts. You see. Yeah, that's the thing. Then in when we go to sheep farming, drop of sheep, is that it just need a simple daily routine. You see, like you just wake up in the morning, then you go if they are okay. You see, then you can just give them the it's depend if you are doing a zero grazing or you are doing a you can just if free they are going a free ranging is that and in the morning you can just go and just open the and just you can check if they are good and then you can just free them to the land, you see, to the grazing. It's depend if you are doing a grazing side or zero grazing, you see. That's the how simple sheep is it is. And in the evening at the afternoon you can just go and check the water if they are very okay or very ready for them, then that's it. Then in the evening you can just go uh, and take them to the house, you see. That's how simple sheep farming is. That thing I should talk about the profit potential. You see, the profit potential between poultry and breed and sheep farming is that I think it depends the source of profit. Like for the poultry is you have eggs and a part, a meat side. You see, that's the source of it. Like like for parts, it's need it's a daily profitable, you see. Like for one you see when your parts are reach 5 months, 5 to 4 months, they are ready to lay, you see. That's the production start giving, you see. You start getting production of it, you see. You start enjoying the work of your hands, or your journey, you see. That's the good thing about poultry in that profit potential, you see. and and after sometimes you can just use you can just sell the parts for meat, you see. You can just do them both, eggs or meat, you see. The daily part of profit is that is for eggs, you see. And the daily and the long term side of profit as well is there for meat, like selling the parts, you see, itself, you see. And that's the profit, you see. A small and a sustainable profit for you. You see, it depends on the numbers. You see, in poultry, it depends on the numbers. The higher you have the parts, the higher you get the profit. You see, and that's it. And when we go to sheep farming, is that yes, it's simple to start. It's simple to in capital of starting. Yes, it's just need a small capital like for land and simple house. The daily management of it is just simple. But when you go to profit potential of it, is that you just have a sheep itself, like for like it's a meat production for itself, or it's just a sheep itself as a business. It has no other productive side of it. You see, it's just a meat or a sheep side. You can just sell your parts as a your sheep as a meat in the butcher to be slaughtered, or you can just sell your sheep to other farmer for business. You see, or to rear it. You see, that's how it's not much profitable, but I cannot say that it's not much profitable, but it's just to take a time, or just take a time to grow. Imagine if you are buying a two ships, and you just need you see guys, the sheep just give birth twice in a year, you see. Just imagine if you just have two sheep there, then they give birth twice in a year, then you cannot sell a small sheep, you see. It's very cheap, so you need to rear it to be a big one, you see. Then you can just sell. Fourth thing I should talk in this comparison of poultry farming and sheep farming is that the risk and challenges, guys, the risk of challenges is quite different in this side of poultry and sheep farming, because I think the risk of poultry is high in this side, because guys, like for uh, when you just start with day old chicks, imagine the mortality, guys, if you are not venturing if you are not have a knowledge of brooder, in that period of brooding, in that period when your chicks are in brooder, you need to have such a knowledge. Imagine, guys, if you don't have that knowledge of on that side of a brooder, of your chicks, that when your chicks is a brooder is when your chicks are day old to about 3 weeks, 21 days. You see that side, the mortality rate will be high. You see, and imagine, guys, if your mortality rate is you see that's a risky side of it. You can just lose a lot of chicks, of your parts of your investment. You see, and and even other diseases. You see, the part side are so sensitive. You remember, guys, the parts are so sensitive to the environment. So the rate of them dying are so 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 sensitive. You see, they're so high. You see, that's the thing. But when you go to sheep farming, double pride, I think this side is you can just enjoy this side of it, because the sheep are are not that much risky for in terms of disease. You see, they are not even as long as you are deworming them and giving them the balanced diet. You see, on their feet, I think that you'll not going through a lot of risk on sheep farming, Dopper. You see, that's a good thing about it, because just if you are deworming them well and you giving them a balanced diet, and they are getting the land right, and the house is so well. You see, that's it's 100% sure that your sheep farming is growing. You see, that's it. And compared to the poultry, the fifth thing and the last thing I should talk about in this comparison of poultry farming and sheep farming, double breed, is that the growth, the long term growth and scaling, guys, in this long term growth and scaling, I think is about 50-50 or something like that, because it depends the knowledge that you are using, and the vision of your farm. Like when you just venture the right knowledge in poultry, and having the vision, the big vision of it, I think you should grow it long and grow it big. You see, depends the vision and the knowledge. You see, and the other side as well, when you just have the right knowledge to venture into to sheep farming, double breed, and having the vision of it, you can just grow it long and big. You see, that's the thing. But in general, the thing I'm going to talk about this, in general side of it, I think sheep farming is growing, is in long growth and scaling. Sheep farming will take this to home, because sheep farming can grow it for investment and for long growth investment. Sheep farming can grow it, because you can just it's grow. Remember, guys, the sheep farming is easy to grow. You cannot get the quite mortality of it, less risk side of it. You see that it's just by doing deworming and giving them balanced diet, you can just grow. You see, that's it. Easy it is. And in this side of poultry, it's quite risky for it, because some diseases like Newcastle, they can just come from nowhere and just kill the whole of the your parts. You see, and that you can just give up and just say I'm done with this farming, poultry farming, and that's where you'll not going, you'll not grow a long in terms of long term and scaling. You see, that's how a sheep farm will take this side of growth, long term and long growth and scaling. You see, that's how it is, because poultry, guys, these things are so risky. They are so risky. They need a the right knowledge. They need a right knowledge and the right person, because you can just not say that I'm a poultry farmer and just you leave the all over your parts. You are not even monitoring it, or you are not leaving the person to monitor your parts. You see, that's you will not go everywhere anywhere. You see, that's the thing. And this time, the in this growth, long growth and scaling, the sheep farm will go will challenge this one, and that's how the comparison is. I think that this one can help you in farming, and in comparison can you can just have an idea of it and choose what you like to venture. You see, guys. Until the next time, remember to subscribe. Bye bye.